Hey, it's Dean. I'm your multi-genre music man. I actually have some good news to tell you today. I actually ordered, I don't think I've shown you guys this, but I actually ordered some business cards. If I can get it to come into focus here. It has a picture, if you can't see the red is just the YouTube symbol, and then my logo beside it, and my name under it, and then it says please subscribe, and underneath that it says my email address, which is multigenremusic at multigenremusicman at gmail.com. So that's the whole card. I'd ordered these a while ago, and the funny thing is they just come in like 2 days ago, and I was thinking, well, that'd be kind of cool whenever they finally get my monetization done, so I can be monetized. It'd be nice to have them to give out to people. Well, the funny thing is, I get up this morning, and I don't know if you can be able to see this, but right at the top, it's going to be kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me see. She might open it up better if you guys see it better. Hold on. Sorry, it's taking a minute. I haven't really thought this out how I was going to do this. Okay, so right at the top, somewhere here, it says 4.4 thousand in the last 12 months. Now you have 12 months to hit 4,000 watch hours. I hit the 4,000. I'm actually at 4.5. It shows on my other thing. I hit that in 3 months and 1 week. So I got it done way ahead of time. And as you can see, the rest of the screen, if I take this away, is actually stuff to sign up to be monetized. I've signed up. The first one says review partner program. I did that. That's done. Next one is to sign up for Google AdSense. I did that. That's all done. And lastly is get reviewed. They say that takes up to 30 days, but they say if there's 4 different things you have to get through before they'll allow you to do this. I got the first 2 done right off the bat, so they, I guess, start once those 2 are done, they actually start looking at your account. So it may only take a few days for them to get me to the point where I can be monetized. If anybody knows anything about it, I've never done this before. So if anybody else knows anything about what you got to do to be monetized, when I went to sign up for the AdSense, they actually said I was changing my AdSense. All I did was put my address in and had it changed so the check would be sent here. I don't know where it was being sent before or where it was going to be sent, but if anybody knows anything about that, I'd really appreciate the help. So yeah, I'm really excited. I have hit the 1,000 subscribers. I've hit the 4,000. I would show you, but they don't allow you to show it on this page anymore now that this is done. But I hit the 1,000 subscribers. I hit the 4,000 hours of view time. Hit everything I needed to do. I didn't have any strikes on my account, so they're looking into monetizing me, which means they're going through my account to make sure I don't have any nudity or anything else that may cause me problems down the road. So I was excited about that. And then I don't know if you guys know, and I'm sorry, my voice is still a little bad. I'm going to be going to see my doctor. I'm going to try to get in to see him again tomorrow. It seems while I'm on the antibiotics, I'm fine, but as soon as I get off the antibiotics, my voice goes right back to bad. So I'm hoping he can come up with a better idea than me being on antibiotics all the time. I have an doctor's appointment with a different doctor tomorrow while I'm in the same town. I'm going to try to stop in and see him. So we'll see how that goes. But the other thing, so yesterday, as you guys know, on Mondays, I do a podcast with Seth Ambergy. We have our own podcast. It's called The Line Before the Podcast. Well, whenever I tried to get online yesterday, it kept saying that I couldn't get online. His end was telling him that I was going through a bad storm or it was bad weather in my area, and that's why I wouldn't do it. So what we decided to do, he still went ahead and did. I kind of wish I could have been there. There was actually a guy there that could play the banjo, and he does bluegrass music, and I love bluegrass music. But I wasn't able to get there, so he did the podcast on his own. And so what we decided to do, I thought it was going to pop right up. I guess it's not. Hold on 1 second. There it is. So what we decided to do is he taped it. It wasn't very long. I believe it was only it was about 10 minutes because usually it's 30 minutes because me and him talk for a while. Then we have the singer on, and then we talk for a little bit longer, and I wasn't there for that. But what I'd like to do now is play it, and I will stop it during the times when the person is playing the banjo and say how I think he did on the banjo. So he had asked me if I could do that, and that would get both. I usually download this anyway, all our podcasts, and put it on my website. But this also will make, just like I was there, it'll make it so that my reaction will still be there. So let's give it a try. This was from the line before the podcast with Seth Ambergy. I don't know the name of the person who played the banjo, but I'm sure he definitely will mention it during this. And here we go.
Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you guys for subscribing. I want to give a big shout out to WKRO, Akron's 80s, 90s, and more. They're an online radio station, and we're blessed enough to have the show on there once a week, Sunday at 8 a.m. And if you want to listen to the show at 8 a.m. or listen to the great music they play 24/7, download the Get Me Radio app and type.
I highly recommend anybody doing that. Download the Get Me app. I gotta do that myself. That way, he has a radio show he does in his hometown, and it plays on that station. Um, the other thing is, anything that we record, we also put on both of our channels. You should check out Seth's Daily Podcast. That's the name of his podcast. And then the other one, which is named The Line Before the Podcast, we just split that up and we each download it onto our normal podcast so that everybody can see it and we get credits for it that way. So here's back to the show.
Type in WXRO, Akron's 80s and 90s and more. Just type that in on the app, on the Get Me Radio app. And you can listen to their great station. And I want to give them a big shout out. And I'm very blessed and honored to be on their station. I want to thank them for having my show on there. And this is the Line Before podcast, the music show we do every Monday night, and it comes out late Monday night. And multi-genre music man is having technical difficulties right now.
I always want to replay what he said because I talked through it, but usually I'm on it, and I will be on it next Monday as long as there's no problems. I just could not, for whatever. I got on it twice, and it booted me both times. I couldn't get on the channel.
And it comes out late Monday night. And multi-genre music man is having technical difficulties right now. So this will be kind of a different podcast than normal. Me and multi-genre music man usually talk about music and stuff. But this one we're going to be talking about bluegrass, and we got a banjo player that's going to do a performance for us.
Oh, I wish.
And also we're going to talk about just bluegrass music in general, bluegrass music here in Eastern Kentucky and all over.
Really wish I could have been there for that. I love Ricky Skaggs, and I in the movie in Constant Sorrow. Oh, I love the soundtrack to that. So I definitely like bluegrass.
The country. Banjo player David Barnett, man. Thank you for being on, man.
Oh, you're welcome, my friend. No problem.
And if David Barnett, if you see this, I'm sorry I could not be there for that show. And thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you doing it, even though I wasn't on it. Thank you so much for this.
Absolutely, man. And I know people want to hear me not talk and let you perform, man. So I'm going to let you do your thing and let you perform.
Okay. We'll pick a couple things.
Love the sound of that. Awesome.
Good job, man.
I'll pause it right now. I absolutely love that. I mean, it took him. He says later, and I'll let him talk about it. But it took him a while to learn how to play that. And I'm telling you, he plays it so good. You wouldn't know that that it took him any time at all to learn how to play that thing because he does such a great job with that. He's very very talented.
I mean, if you wanna play one or two more for us, that was really
See, this is where the difference between me not being on there and being on there. I would have had so many questions for him. I'd have picked his brain about that banjo for as long as I could have. So that's where me and Seth differ just a little, and it's good that we differ. He has his style, I have my style, and the two styles together help make the show, and that's awesome.
really good, man. Appreciate you
Yep.
doing that.
Let's see. Yeah,
Let's see if anybody knows this song. I guarantee a few people out there will know what this next song is.
I probably recognize this one right here.
Beverly Hillbillies. It makes it look so easy. Damn.
Definitely
Awesome.
appreciate that, man. You did a good job. Now, who did you? Somebody actually teach you to play the banjo, or did you teach yourself?
Well, I had to teach myself. They wasn't really no banjo teachers up in my neck of the woods here when I started learning. And believe it or not, when I started learning, I'm not that old, but YouTube wasn't around, so it was kind of a hard road to hoe for me to learn how to play.
Definitely, definitely, man. That's definitely impressive, man. I couldn't play one instrument to be honest with you, so the fact that you can play the banjo that well, man, that's just amazing, man. Because I couldn't even.
And by the way, Seth texted me and asked me if before the show, and asked me if I knew how to play the banjo. I don't know how to play a single instrument either. I've tried and tried and tried with guitars and drums and whatever. And I can't play a single instrument.
Learn how to play guitar to be honest, or any type of instrument. As the fact that you taught yourself, man, is honestly crazy for
Talented.
sure.
Very
Well, I
talented.
just didn't have no choice. I really wanted to learn it. It uh,
Yeah, listen
it
to
took a
this.
while. I first started to learn how to play. I started out playing the wrong way, and then when I discovered there was actually local bluegrass music on the weekends around where I lived, and got to go see a few people, a couple of banjo pickers that could play pretty good kind of said, "Well, you're doing this wrong, doing this wrong," and then actually one of them he showed me some stuff. What he was showing me was wrong too. So what he would show me, I'd have to
Unlearn.
figure out what he was doing wrong and figured out how to do it right. So it was real hard. I had a hard time learning because, like I said,
I think I've told this story before about my uncle, but my uncle, his father used to be right-handed, so he'd play right-handed like this. I'm trying to get it in the shot here, like this. So he'd play like this, and then when he was done, he would flip the guitar over, hand it to my uncle, who would then grab it left-handed and play it like this. So what he was literally doing was playing a right-handed guitar upside down. Taught himself how to play it, not by notes or anything like that, just by hearing his father play it, flipped the guitar upside down and played it back to him. So he learned it upside down. So some people do learn it the wrong way, but like my uncle, he still plays it that way. It's just that's how he plays it, and that's just the way it's played.
we didn't, they wouldn't know, YouTube or online and teachers or anything like they got nowadays. And it was about the first 3 years of trying to learn how to play this thing. It was pretty much a hard way to go.
Definitely, man. It's definitely impressive. And who actually inspired you the most? Like to what band, like bluegrass band, inspired you the most to want to learn how to play the banjo?
Probably, I would say my biggest influences is Mike Lilly, which is a banjo player that played in the 80s
I don't know him
and
at all.
90s with Harley Allen. And then in the 70s and 60s, he played with Larry Sparks.
I have heard him.
And as far as band wise, probably the biggest influence on me is J.D. Crowe and the New South.
Definitely awesome, man. Now, why ain't Tad Huff on that list?
Well, Tad, I grew up going around playing, going to the local bluegrass shows. I saw Tad play a lot, him and Marcus and Lynn Sloan and them and all them guys. I used to see them a lot when I was younger.
Wow.
Definitely, man. That's definitely a great thing, man, to have around here. Is there's a lot of options of where to play bluegrass at, man. There's definitely a lot more options to play bluegrass than honestly, to be honest, to be completely honest with you.
Just so you know, these guys are both from Kentucky, so there's way better chances of picking up bluegrass than there is in the state of New Hampshire where I'm from. There's no bluegrass at all. Not live music or anything like that.
There's more opportunities to play bluegrass music than any other genre around here.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. The bluegrass scene's kind of died out around here, to be honest with you. I mean, most of the shows I play is 2 or 3 hours away when I do get to play. There for a while, about 4 years ago, when it really hit rock bottom. Well, I guess it's been longer than 4 years, probably about 8 years ago. I actually went to play electric guitar and steel guitar in country bands, playing the clubs and bars and stuff for about a good 6 years because it just bluegrass kind of fizzled out a little bit. I mean, it's kind of starting to come back, but I don't know if it'll ever come back like it used to be when I first started playing it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely got more opportunities to play at festivals and stuff.
Well, yeah, there's the bluegrass festivals in the summer, and the little local festivals around here, like the Gingerbread Festival, the Mountain Heritage Festival, places like that. Occasionally, I get to play those places if they book somebody that I pick with or whatever. Just depends.
Absolutely, man. And I know you've been working with Patricia on some venues and stuff, playing banjo for her.
Yeah, she got a hold of me there a while back, needs some help. I try to help everybody I can because that's mainly what I do. I'm more of a musician than I am a singer, so I play with just about anybody that needs me. Most people hire me, to play the banjo. Some country bands hire me to play the guitar and steel when I have time to do that. Just depends.
Definitely, man. And yeah, man. What has been your favorite venue to play at?
Well, probably I was fortunate enough to play at Schultz Rupp Arena here a while back, and it was pretty fun. I played Rupp Arena one night with Billy Renee and Cumberland Gap. That's the band I usually work with. They had a private event down at Rupp Arena, and there was about, 3,500, 4,000 people there that night. And it was really awesome to play in that big old arena, just me and the crew. And, I never thought I'd get to do anything like that. So it was pretty neat.
Absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate you being on. And yeah, I want to thank Multi-Genre Music Man for co-hosting. I want to thank David Barnett for playing the banjo and for being a special guest here on the line.
I didn't much co-host, but I'm doing it now. I'm trying to make up for it.
Before podcast, y'all have a good night and God bless.
So yeah. So there's that. That was the podcast I was supposed to be on last night. I get that played, so that'll be on right now. Yeah, things went way faster than I thought they're gonna. I was told it was gonna take a year to get the 4,000 hours of time. I was told it was gonna take a year to get some of the other things that you need to get, like the 1,000 subscribers. I got lucky, I got it done in just over 3 months. I started exactly November 17th, 2021. So it's been like 3 months and a week, and I finally got there, and I can't wait to get sponsorship. That way, if I can get a sponsorship on here, a sponsor, I'll be able to give away, prizes to people and things like that, and have events and things like that for you guys as well. So it'll help you guys out as well as it'll help me out. So if there's anybody out there that has done this part, has been this far, and can help me out, telling me, what I need to do to get sponsorship, or which route I should take, like as in like the thing I showed you I was signing up for today, AdSense, or if I should do the sponsorship or whatever, please write in the comments on below any song. Let me know what I need to do, if you've done it before and you know how to do it, because this is my very first time ever having a website, and I just don't know what to do. So anyway, this is going to be the end of it. If you have any, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. Don't forget to share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Twitter, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Ring that bell if you haven't already. And this is Dean saying, have a nice day. I'll see you next time.